All right, welcome back. We continue live right here, Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani and Chris Mueller. We're not going to waste any time, Chris. A lot of people want to vent. Let's see what they have to say, beginning with Tim in Pittsburgh on line one. Hey, Tim, go ahead.
First of all, gentlemen, Mike Buckley, I don't understand why Mike Buckley still has a job. I don't understand why Sullivan still has a job. Sullivan, who won with Bosman's players.
Oh, come on now.
I guess you can say that, but I don't understand why Buckley, they can't get someone who actually played in the NHL, like maybe, I don't know, Tom Barrasso, to coach goaltender.
Well, when does it fall upon a goalie, too? I mean, Mike Buckley, I think he may be in the crosshairs given what's happening here. If they get eliminated again in the first round, there could be major changes here. But, Tim, thanks for the call. Chris, bottom line is it's on Jarry, too. I mean, this is his job. He got the job. He got the deal. They chose him over Murray, and he needs to step up. You can blame goaltender coaches all you want. It's all the goaltender to me.
He just wasn't good enough. He's not confident enough. Like, a goaltender coach can only coach so much in the way of positioning and everything else. He didn't do a good enough job. It's on the player here. And by the way, I'm kind of smirking because I'm just thinking about the idea of Tom Barrasso as a goalie coach for the Penguins. He'd be swinging that stick. Guys would be getting decapitated in that room once they didn't do something that Tom Barrasso liked. Temperament, probably not ideal for that position.
Gary in West Elizabeth joins us now on the Sports Call. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, Bob. I mean, we had three mess-ups or where we turned the puck over. He should at least made, even the first two, he should have stopped that.
It should never have gone to overtime.
Stop the Beauvillier goal. Stop the Beauvillier goal, and I think the game's over. Tristan Jarry's the reason this series is still going on, and the reason this series is 3-2 the wrong way. It should have been 4-1 Penguins. They should have won 4-1. They should have won this game. They should have won game one, and it should be over. Their goalie has gagged 2 of the games away for them. That's a fact. I don't know how you could look at it any other way. Tristan Jarry is the reason they lost tonight, and he's the reason they lost the series opener.
Well, here's the thing, too. When they only make 3 mistakes, I mean, defensively, I thought the Penguins were pretty sound all night. I thought they were in the attack zone all night long. They make 3 mistakes. Your goalie has to bail them out when they do make a mistake. Look at what happened to Sorokin. Scott Mayfield dumped one off the boards, and he took the wrong angle. It comes into the slot. Brian Rust is there. If that's Jarry, the puck goes in. Sorokin bailed out Mayfield. What we're saying here is that the goalie has to bail out players once in a while. You cannot just, every time there's a good scoring chance, say, oh, well, it's good scoring. No, bail them out, make a save. Let's go out to Rick in McKeesport. Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Hey guys, okay. Listen, I call in periodically, but to listen to you two guys putting everything on Jarry, I get it. Jarry's not a superstar goaltender. Let's talk about your superstars. Crosby, Gensel, Letang screwing up again. Put it where it is. Are they scoring goals? No.
No, they're not. You're right. And the top line has to do better. And all the superstars, you're absolutely right. But on this night, if you analyze that game, Rick, tell me who was to blame for this game tonight. You tell me. Okay. He's gone. But
Crosby assisted on Rust's goal, did he not? Am I crazy here?
Yeah, and that was a good setup and
Crosby
a good shot.
assisted on Rust's goal. Malkin scored a power play goal. I know Letang pinched up, and you could question that at the end of a period, getting a little bit greedy there. But Letang played a whale of a game. Why is it so hard for people to say the goalie biffed it for him? Seriously. Why? I get it. I criticized Crosby and that whole line today on the show. I did, on the PM team. I was all over those guys. I was all over Malkin. But how hard is it for people to just say the goalie gagged in a big moment and he wasn't good enough and the other guy was considerably better? Right. I don't think that should be anathema, verboten to say.
Now generally people will call when they lose and blame it on the goalie when it's not deserved to the goalie. In this case, it's pure and simple. This was a case of a goaltender who is unsure of himself right now in critical situations. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. Those 3 mistakes, 2 of them should have been stopped. It should never have gone to overtime. Lou in the South Side joins us right now. Hey, Lou, how you doing?
Hey, gentlemen, I agree with you. I don't know, that last guy I think is totally mistaken. Jarry is the reason that we're down 3-2, and I agree with you, Bob. He's very technically unsound. Every game he's flopping, falling down half the time. He doesn't seem confident in the net, and I think, to be honest, if he blows this game on Wednesday, if he's back in there, I think Hextall has to make a change in the offseason and find a new goal goalie that could be number one. I wouldn't. I know Chris said don't start Lagasse, but I'm sorry, Jari is just killing us. And I think at this point, what have we got to lose? Because it's not like Jari's going to be.
Hold on, but Lou, when you start Legacy in that situation, you put a guy with one start in the NHL in an absolute no-win situation. I mean, you want to talk about going from, hey, you played a last game of the season against the Buffalo Sabres and you played a great game, to the ultimate pressure cooker. You could argue maybe that he would have no pressure on him because no one would expect anything and he's only going in because the other guy just couldn't handle it. But as much as Jari inspires no confidence, you can't do that to Maxime Legacy. I'm not saying it's not fair and he would do his best to rise to the moment, but I think you'd be getting very bad results there.
Yeah, and I think right now you're open to criticism either way you go. You really are. Because if Jari plays badly again in the next game and they lose in 6, all of a sudden they're going to say, well, you hesitated to go and you could have, but then exactly, he's played in 1 game. If DeSmith is healthy, now he hasn't played in a long time. He's listed officially, Chris, as day-to-day, which I don't know if I believe that because he's been out for such a long time. But day-to-day, I've seen Tanev listed day-to-day, and it took him a while to get back. If he's available to play, though, would that be an interesting dilemma for you or not?
Yeah, I would consider it for sure. If he's compromised in any significant way, you just can't do that either. That's why, if you're Mike Sullivan, you're between a rock and a hard place. If DeSmith was healthy enough to go, I think there's a chance you might have seen him already in this series. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, if he's day-to-day and he's healthy, and it's one of those, he's borderline, you would have seen him probably by now. I'm sorry. I'm honestly in a state of shock here that not that they lost this game. The fact that it got to overtime gave me an uneasy feeling because the Islanders are just a great opportunistic counterpunching bunch. I just cannot believe how well the Penguins played, how they absolutely, as a team, recovered from what they did in Game 4, took the Islanders to the woodshed physically and in every conceivable way just about, but because of one guy, they are now on the brink. I shouldn't be shocked, but I am.
But I'd say 2 guys. Sorokin is the other guy. He made life difficult for the Penguins, who had some unbelievable shots, and I think very good quality shots, and somehow he got himself in a position to make these saves. Now, he was lucky on the Gaudreau shot because that was a deflection he never saw, but he was at the right place at the right time. When you're playing well, that stuff sort of happens. We're going to take a break here, Chris. We have more calls on the way. But first, it's our Tri-State Office Finisher Tweet of the Night, and this comes to us from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Guess who was there today? Penguin jersey, pirate hat, Steelers future. Welcome to the show. It's Najee Harris. He was at the Penguin game, but he did not bring them any luck tonight. We're going to take a break. More calls, 412-575-2600. That is the number to call. Let us know what you think about the Penguins falling behind now 3-2 in this best of 7.